Hola mis chicas hermosas, welcome to Fridays with Kim. If you're new to my YouTube channel, I'm so excited that you're here, and if you're not new, I'm also very excited that you're here.
Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a gamble. You don't really know you.
In today's video, I will be doing a makeup tutorial. It is a really highly requested video. As you can see here, a lot of my followers and friends on Instagram really wanted me to do this, so I'm excited to do it. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Most of my products are Too Faced. I just love that brand, so most of the products that you'll see in this video are Too Faced, Born This Way. But yes, enough yapping, and let's get right to it. When I start my makeup, I do like to prep my face using the POV. I love POV. Like I said, it is literally so nice on my skin. The products feel so cool, and it just leaves your face very glossy and glowy and so refreshed. I literally am obsessed with POV. Once I prep my face, I like to go in with the NARS concealer. What I do is I take this concealer and I just put it where I see acne scars or dark spots or redness, just because I feel like it really covers it good before I go on and put my foundation. So I'll just go and see where I have my acne or acne scars or anything that I feel like needs to be covered up. And remember guys, this is how I do my makeup. Everyone always does their makeup differently. So if you want to try this, I'd love to see yours. If you do try this method, this is just what works for me. I do want to try different makeup products because I feel like I've been using the same makeup products for like 2 years now, almost 3. So I do want to get into exploring more makeup products. After I do that, I go in with the Got To Be glue. This is a brow and edge gel. I don't normally do my eyebrows anymore. What I do is I just rub this in my eyebrow and then I shape it the way that I like. So I put in that glue in and just flatten it down to the desired shape that I like. I then take a Q-tip and I take out any excess that I might have from the glue. After that, I go in with my Born This Way Too Faced concealer. What I do is I take the applicator and I just put a little bit on my eyelid, not too much, but just enough. I then take a flat brush like this, and then I just carve out my eyebrow the way that I like. I take some of the product down to my eyelid like so, and I outline the middle T part of my face. The same for the other side. And then I take a fluffier brush like this. I take that excess concealer that I put down on my eyelid and then fill my whole eyelid in like so. I go in with a powder foundation. I take a powder puff and put some on it, and then I press that against my lid. The only reason I do this is because I love a matte finish look. I am a matte finish girly till the day I die. I just love the way matte makeup looks on me. After that, I go in with my Born This Way Too Faced foundation in the shade Nude. And what I do is I pour a little bit on my hand because I don't have a tray yet. Then I take a flat brush like so, take some of that foundation, and what I do is I carve the top of my eyebrow with it. Once I carve my brows the way that I want to, I take more foundation and then I rub that all over my face like if I was painting it. And then once I painted my face enough, I take a sponge and I just wet it a little bit because I do like a damp sponge. That's just me though. And then I take that sponge and I just blend my foundation in. Okay, now that you look like a ghost, it's time to add some color into the face. What I like to do is I like to go in with a blush. This is my favorite blush of all times. It's from Sage. I take the applicator, and the applicator gets quite a bit of product on there, and I just press one little dot like so on the middle part of my cheek, and I do the same for the other side. Now this part might be a little gross for some people, but I take my fingers and I smile because it pops out my cheeks a little more. And what I do is I blend that in with my fingers. Warmth of my fingers melts that perfectly right in there. And I just take it up just like this. I put some on my nose and then I do the same for the other side. This is what it looks like. I take the same concealer that I showed you guys before and I just put a little inside the inner corner of my eye, a little on the outside, repeat other side. I then do a strip down my nose like so. I make a V on the T part of my face and then an upside down V on the bottom of my chin. I let this set in my face for like 4 minutes. When I get to my eye, I don't like to blend all the way down just because I put that blush on my cheek. So what I do is I blend just right under my eye like so. And I do the same on the other side. So it just stays right under my eye like so. I then take the same foundation powder from the beginning. I put it on a powder puff and I just do the inner corner of my eye and just under my eye. That same spot where we blended the concealer, I do that. I then take a bronzing stick. This one is from Born This Way Too Faced in the shade Chocolate Caramel. This bronzing stick is literally my favorite. It smells so good, but besides that, it literally smells like chocolate. But besides that, it just glides on my face so good. Watch this, guys. I like to apply this going upwards. It's just what I like. So I make like a slide. Basically, it looks like a slide going down my face. A lot of people do it this way, but I like going upwards, like an upwards motion. So I do that just right underneath where I put my blush. And what I do for my forehead is I put one small line right here and then another small line right here. That is just what works for me. And then for my nose, I just like to glide a small amount on my nose on this side and then same with the other one. So it looks like this. I know it looks really wide and you're probably like, oh girl, like that look wide, but that's just what works for me. For my jawline, I don't like to do my jawline. What I like to do is just where my chin area is at. And I put a little right there and then a little right there as well. Just because that is what I like to focus my face on. This is where I do use a brush. This one is a Morphe brush. I just love the flat surface of this brush. So it makes blending the bronzer so much easier for me. And I like to make like a fish face like so, and I bring it all the way up, connecting it to what I have on my forehead, and that just works best for me. But let me stop yapping so I can focus on my fish face. After that, I go in with my Too Faced Born This Way blush in the shade Candy Cloud. For this blush, I do like to use a brush. This one is the Morphe X Ariel. I like to smile, like I said, because it pops out my cheeks enough for me to know where to apply. And I put some on my nose, so I take it up just like this. After that, I take a setting powder. My favorite is the Huda Beauty in the shade Banana Bread. It is literally my favorite. If I am on a low budget type ordeal, I like the Fit Me Maybelline one. It is literally the dupe for the Huda Beauty, guys, by the way. What I do is I use a powder puff and then I like to carve out my nose like so, and then obviously right under my eye. For my cheek, I like to just make a straight line like so, and I like to apply more product just right underneath it. For my forehead, I like to just press it on around like so. Once it is set on my face, I leave it on for about 5 minutes. It just depends on how long you like to leave it on. 5 minutes is just what works for me. Once the 5 minutes is up, I use the Morphe X Ariel brush. This one's the larger one. After I'm done doing that, I take my sponge and I just like to press that powder in just because that is what I like to do. I'm just used to doing this. After that, I go in with the Too Faced contour powder. This one also smells so good. It's literally one of my favorites. For this is how the shade looks like. What I do is I do a circular upwards motion on the side of my cheeks and then on my forehead as well, just to bring that color back into my face after the setting powder, and then the same with my jaw and chin area. And that is pretty much my base. I then go in to go curl my lashes and put mascara on. That's if I don't have eyelash extensions, but because I still have some eyelash extensions, I'm just gonna go in and brush them out. This is the lip shade I use. I use the NYX lip liner in the shade whatever this says, because I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's this shade right here. I then go in with the Madison X Morphe gloss. This does conclude my makeup look for setting spray. I do like the Flawless Air by Charlotte Tilbury. It is literally one of my favorites. And then for hot summer days, I like the One Size setting spray. But this is my final makeup look. I hope you guys like it. It's my everyday makeup look. I love it. I've been doing it for 2 years, but like I said, I'm wanting to try new products and probably new techniques. Just want to say, as always, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Please comment down below what other videos you'd like to see from me. And like always, like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss. I post every Fridays because you're spending Fridays with me. Till next Friday, guys. See you then. Bye.
High volume. Am I really that much?